I kept a lot of Cassie's jeans. I take her lingerie. Mainly just the jeans.
Hey there, just a few days ago on July 23rd, 2025, Sydney Sweeney's new American Eagle denim campaign. Sydney Sweeney has great jeans
My
is
jeans
sparked
are
a
blue.
storm online. A cheeky pun blending jeans with jeans. At first, it had everyone hooked, but not for long. The ad invited scrutiny for seemingly invoking eugenic undertones, especially when Sydney says, Jeans are passed down from my jeans are blue, before the tagline lands. Critics accused it of echoing white supremacist rhetoric. Responses were sharply split. Conservatives cheered, and even Donald Trump praised it, causing American Eagle's stock to jump 10%, and the limited edition Sydney jeans sold out fast. Meanwhile, others called the campaign tone-deaf and tone-provoking. American Eagle has since defended the messaging, claiming it was always about the jeans, but the debate keeps firing up. Let's take a look at how she became a famous, talented actress in Hollywood, such a short time at a young age. From a small-town girl to one of Hollywood's most promising young talents, she's taken the world by storm with her powerful performances, her striking presence on screen, and her ability to make even the most complex characters feel real. But her journey wasn't easy. She took gigs as a babysitter and restaurant cleaning jobs while pursuing her dreams. In the mountains of Idaho, where acting was not likely to be a part of anyone's career plan. But an indie movie changed that. Today, we uncover the inspiring story of Sydney Sweeney, one of Hollywood's brightest rising stars. Early life and background. Sydney Bernice Sweeney was born on September 12, 1997 in Spokane, Washington. She grew up in a close-knit family, with her father working in hospitality and her mother as a lawyer. Sydney spent much of her childhood in the small town of Idaho, where life was quiet, simple, and far away from the glamour of Hollywood. She loved the outdoors, sports, and academics, but she also had a growing passion for performance. At age 12, Sweeney convinced her parents to let her audition for a film, and that quickly became her destiny. By the following year, she had come up with a business plan and convinced her parents to uproot their entire existence and relocate to Los Angeles. Their life became everything but comfortable. I watched my parents lose a lot. We filed for bankruptcy, and they lost their house back home on the lake, she told Women's Health in 2023. We couldn't afford life in LA. We couldn't afford life anywhere. Sweeney felt responsible for her family's situation, but she was convinced her big break was going to happen. I knew that at some point, someone would believe in me enough to put me in something that would matter to people, she told LUK in 2022. She was getting small roles here and there to help support the family, but it still wasn't enough. So Sweeney picked up some menial jobs, and one of them was particularly surprising. Sydney Sweeney took gigs as a babysitter and worked in restaurants, she said in the Women's Health interview. But in 2016, she found a job as a tour guide at Universal Studios. I love tour guides at Universal. I memorized the entire thing, she told host Sean Evans on Hot Ones in January. It didn't last long, but Sweeney soon landed a part on HBO's Sharp Objects, a role that propelled her acting career along with Everything Sucks and The Handmaid's Tale. Her first real recognition came in 2018 with Netflix's Everything Sucks, a coming-of-age comedy drama where she played Emmeline. That same year, she impressed critics in HBO's Sharp Objects and Hulu's The Handmaid's Tale. While she left her days of cleaning work and leading tours behind, Sydney Sweeney kept up with her education even as her acting career skyrocketed. Around 2016, right when she was on the brink of having her break, Sweeney enrolled at UCLA to pursue a business degree. Even as she filmed The Handmaid's Tale, she continued to take classes, she said on the Drew Barrymore Show in 2022. I love school, like, a lot. Sweeney has always placed education high on her list of priorities. Even though Sweeney had to work throughout high school, she still graduated valedictorian. Sweeney told the Spokane Review in 2020, "It taught me how to balance work and homework and life and a social life. But her true breakthrough arrived in 2019 when she starred as Cassie Howard in HBO's Euphoria. Cassie was vulnerable, emotional, and complex. And Sydney brought her to life in a way that felt raw and unforgettable. Audiences connected deeply with her performance. And suddenly, Sydney Sweeney was no longer a background face. She was a star. In 2021, she continued her streak with another hit role in HBO's The White Lotus. Playing Olivia Mossbacher, Sydney delivered a sharp, layered performance that once again proved her versatility. She also made appearances in major films like Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, expanding her reputation beyond television. By now, both audiences and critics agreed, Sydney Sweeney is one of Hollywood's brightest rising talents. Achievements and recognition. Her talent hasn't gone unnoticed. Sydney has received multiple Emmy nominations, industry awards, and critical praise for her performances in both Euphoria and The White Lotus. She has quickly risen to the top tier of young Hollywood actors, with directors and producers eager to work with her. Critics call her a fearless performer, someone who can balance vulnerability, strength, and authenticity in every role. Personal life and interests. Outside of acting, Sydney Sweeney is full of surprises. She's a certified car enthusiast, often restoring vintage cars in her garage and sharing her projects online. She even has her own TikTok account dedicated to car restorations that fans absolutely love. Long-term relationship and engagement. Though she keeps her personal relationships relatively private, Sydney is admired for staying grounded despite her growing fame. Sydney Sweeney has kept her romantic life relatively private, but here's what's publicly known. Sydney began dating businessman Jonathan Davino in 2018. They later became engaged in 2022 and even collaborated professionally through her production company, 50/50 Films. However, the relationship ended publicly in early to mid-2025. Reports state that she canceled their forthcoming wedding due to feeling overwhelmed by the commitment and busy schedule. She officially confirmed they had split when asked in interviews. In a June 2025 interview with the Sunday Times, she explicitly confirmed she is single, answering no when asked about wedding plans, and yes when asked if she was single. She shared, "I'm learning a lot about myself, spending more time with my friends, and I'm loving it." From babysitting jobs in Idaho to Emmy-nominated roles in Hollywood, Sydney Sweeney's story is living proof that perseverance can defy the odds. And this is just the beginning of her journey. Her best chapters are still to come. Thank you for watching this episode of Golden Biography. If Sydney's story inspired you, make sure to hit that like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe so you never miss the incredible journeys of your favorite stars. We've got more amazing biographies coming your way. And trust me, you won't want to miss them. Until next time, keep dreaming big and keep believing in the power of persistence.